Tonight, let Amsterdam come to you, slowly, not as something you have to chase, not as something far away, not as something that belongs only to other people. Let Amsterdam come to you like a soft light appearing behind a curtain, like the first warm sip of coffee on a cool morning, like the sound of water moving gently beneath an old stone bridge. Take a slow breath in and let your body know you are safe here. Take a slow breath out and let the day behind you begin to loosen. There is nothing you need to solve right now, nothing you need to prove, nothing you need to hold tightly. For the next little while, you are simply going to drift. You are going to imagine yourself in a beautiful future moment, a moment where you have arrived in Amsterdam, where the dream is no longer something you watch from far away, but something you are living through your own senses. You are there. You are walking beside the canals. You are hearing bicycle bells in the distance. You are feeling cool air on your face. You are watching golden light shimmer across the water. And as you breathe in, you allow the possibility of that life. As you breathe out, you release the old belief that beautiful things are not for you. Breathe in. I am open to receiving beauty. Breathe out. I do not have to know exactly how it arrives. Breathe in. My life is allowed to become softer. Breathe out. I am allowed to rest while my dreams find their way to me. Now imagine that it is early morning in Amsterdam. You are waking in a small, cozy room near one of the canals. The room is still dim, touched only by the pale blue light of morning. The kind of light that arrives before the city fully wakes. It slips gently through thin curtains and rests across the wooden floor in soft, quiet lines. For a few moments, you do not move. You simply lie there, feeling the warmth of the blanket around you. The bed is comfortable. The pillow is cool beneath your cheek. The sheets are soft against your skin. Your body feels heavy in the most peaceful way. Outside, the city is beginning very quietly. There is the distant sound of a bicycle rolling over stone, a faint bell, light and silver, a door closing somewhere below, a gull calling softly from far away, the low murmur of water touching the canal wall. You open your eyes slowly. For a moment, you forget where you are. Then you remember. Amsterdam. A small smile rises before you can stop it. You are here. Not watching someone else's travel video. Not saving pictures to a folder. Not wondering when your turn will come. You are here. You turn your head toward the window. The curtains move slightly in the morning air. Beyond them, you can see the blurred shape of narrow canal houses standing quietly across the water. Their tall windows reflect the pale sky. Some windows are still dark. Some glow faintly with morning light. You sit up slowly. The blanket slips from your shoulders. The room feels cool, but not cold. You place your feet on the wooden floor. The floorboards are smooth and slightly chilly beneath your soles. You pause there, just sitting on the edge of the bed, breathing, letting this simple moment become real. You are in Amsterdam. You have nowhere urgent to be. The whole day is open in front of you. You stand and walk toward the window. The glass is cool when your fingers touch it. You open it just a little, and fresh morning air moves into the room. It smells like rain, canal water, old brick, and coffee beginning somewhere nearby. You lean closer. Below, the canal is calm and dark, reflecting the houses like a second city beneath the surface. The water moves only slightly, making the reflections stretch and tremble. A small boat rests along the edge, tied to a black railing. A bicycle leans against a bridge nearby, its frame beaded with tiny drops of moisture. The bridge itself is quiet and beautiful. Curved stone, dark railings, a few golden leaves caught near the edge. You listen. The city does not rush into the morning. It opens gently. A cyclist passes over the bridge. The tires make a soft sound over the damp stones. The bicycle bell rings once, not loud, just enough to become part of the air. You breathe in again, and you tell yourself quietly, "This is what peace can feel like. This is what my life can hold. This is what I am allowed to receive." You get ready slowly. There is no frantic packing, no rushing through a schedule, no pressure to see everything. You choose comfortable clothes, a warm sweater, soft pants, shoes made for walking, maybe a scarf, because Amsterdam mornings can feel cool near the water. You move through the room with calm little sounds, fabric brushing against skin, a zipper closing, water running in the sink, the soft tap of your shoes on the floor. You look at yourself for one moment before leaving, not with criticism, not with judgment, but with recognition. This version of you made it here. This version of you chose rest, chose wonder, chose to imagine more. You pick up your bag, open the door, and step into the hallway. The building is quiet. The stairs are narrow, old, and steep, the kind that make you move carefully and slowly. Your hand slides along the railing. The wood feels smooth from years of touch. Step by step, you descend. At the bottom, you open the front door. The city greets you with cool air. The street is narrow and damp from overnight rain. The stones shine softly in the morning light. Bicycles line the railing beside the canal, some with baskets, some with child seats, some with little lights still glowing faintly. The canal is just a few steps away. You walk toward it. Your shoes touch the stone path with a gentle rhythm. One step, then another. There is no hurry. The morning air brushes your cheeks. A faint mist lingers over the water. The houses across the canal are tall and slender, leaning just slightly, as if they are listening to one another. Their brick facades are deep brown, red, charcoal, and warm orange. Their windows are large and reflective, holding pieces of sky. You cross your first bridge of the day. At the top, you pause. Below you, the canal stretches in both directions. Small boats sleep along the edges. Leaves float slowly near the surface. The water carries every reflection gently, without needing to hold anything still. You rest your hand on the bridge railing. It is cool, solid, real. For a few breaths, you let yourself feel the reality of being here. This is not a dramatic moment. No one is clapping. No one is announcing that your dream came true. It is quieter than that. It is just you, standing on a bridge in Amsterdam, breathing in the morning. And sometimes dreams arrive quietly. Sometimes they arrive as a small room near a canal, a damp street, a bicycle bell, a coffee shop opening its door. You keep walking. The scent of coffee becomes stronger. Somewhere nearby, a cafe has opened. Warm light spills onto the street through fogged windows. Inside, you can see a few small tables, a counter with pastries, and someone moving calmly behind it. You step inside. A soft bell above the door rings. The warmth wraps around you immediately. The cafe smells like roasted coffee, butter, baked bread, cinnamon, and rain-damp coats. It is the kind of place where the morning feels protected. The outside world continues beyond the glass, but inside, everything is slower. You order a coffee, maybe a cappuccino with soft foam, maybe a simple black coffee, rich and deep, maybe a latte in a ceramic cup that warms both your hands. For breakfast, you choose something comforting, a flaky croissant, a slice of apple cake, warm bread with butter and cheese, something simple and satisfying. You sit by the window. The chair creaks softly as you settle in. You place your hands around the cup and feel the heat move into your fingers. Steam rises slowly, disappearing into the cafe air. You bring the cup closer and take a careful sip. Warmth, bitterness, comfort. The first sip settles inside you like a quiet yes. Outside, Amsterdam continues to wake. A person cycles by with flowers in their basket. A dog pauses near the canal, sniffing at wet leaves. A delivery person stacks crates near a shop door. A tram hums faintly somewhere in the distance. But inside, you are still. You take a bite of breakfast. The pastry flakes softly. The apple cake is tender and sweet. The bread is warm, with butter melting into it. You taste slowly. You let yourself enjoy without guilt. This is important, because part of the dream is not just arriving in Amsterdam. Part of the dream is allowing yourself to receive the moment fully when it comes, not rushing through it, not worrying about what is next, not shrinking your joy before it has a chance to fill you. You breathe in. I am allowed to enjoy this. You breathe out. I do not have to earn every beautiful thing with struggle. You sit there for a little while longer, watching the world through the window. Rain begins again, but only lightly. Tiny drops touch the glass and slide downward in thin, wandering lines. The canal outside darkens slightly. The stones become shinier. The bicycles look peaceful, resting in the rain as if they belong to the morning itself. You finish your coffee slowly. The cup becomes lighter in your hands. Your body feels warm now, awake but calm. When you step back outside, the rain has softened into mist. It touches your face like cool breath. You pull your scarf closer and begin wandering toward the Jordaan. The streets here become even more intimate. Narrow lanes, small bridges, quiet doorways, windows with plants and candles, tiny shops that look like they have been waiting all morning for you to pass by. You do not need a strict route. You follow whatever feels lovely. A little street where the brick houses lean close together. A canal with a curved bridge at the end. A shop window filled with handmade ceramics. A bakery with golden loaves stacked behind glass. Your pace becomes slower. Every few steps, something asks you to pause. A bicycle with a basket full of flowers. A cat sitting in a window. A reflection of clouds in the canal. A small boat with rainwater gathered on its cover. You notice the sounds. The soft splash of water against the canal wall. The click of a bicycle lock. The murmur of two people speaking Dutch nearby. Footsteps on wet stone. A church bell ringing somewhere behind the rooftops. The bell sounds deep and gentle. It moves through the morning slowly. One note, then another, then silence. You feel the silence after the bell as clearly as the sound itself. You continue walking. In the Jordaan, the city feels like a secret you are being allowed to enter slowly. There are small boutiques with warm displays, cozy cafes with tables outside, narrow canals lined with trees, and homes that seem to hold hundreds of quiet stories. You pass a flower shop. Buckets of tulips, roses, and greenery sit beneath a striped awning. The flowers are bright against the soft gray morning. Red, cream, yellow, blush pink, deep purple. Their colors feel almost dreamlike against the wet stone. You stop. The air near the flowers smells fresh and green. Damp stems, leaves, petals, earth. You reach out and gently touch one petal. It is smooth, cool, almost silky. You choose a small bouquet, nothing extravagant, just a simple bundle of tulips wrapped in brown paper. When the florist hands it to you, the paper crinkles softly. The stems feel cool in your palm. You carry the flowers against your body as you continue walking. And something about carrying flowers through Amsterdam makes the day feel even more yours. Not like you are visiting from the outside, but like you belong inside the scene. Like the city has made room for you. You walk along the canal until you find a bench beneath a tree. The bench is slightly damp, but you sit carefully on the dry edge and place the flowers beside you. The canal lies in front of you, quiet and reflective. A duck moves across the water, leaving a small ripple behind. A boat passes slowly, barely disturbing the surface. A cyclist crosses the bridge ahead, coat moving in the breeze. You sit without checking the time. You let the world continue. You let yourself not be needed by anyone for a few moments. This is a deep kind of luxury. Not diamonds, not noise, not showing off. Just time. A bench. A canal. Flowers beside you. A morning with nothing urgent inside it. You breathe in. I have time. You breathe out. I am not behind. You breathe in. Life can still surprise me. You breathe out. Beautiful things can still unfold. After a while, you stand again and continue walking. The rain has stopped now. The clouds are beginning to thin. Light moves gently across the water, turning parts of the canal silver. The city feels freshly washed. You make your way toward the museum quarter. The walk is peaceful. Streets widen little by little. The intimate canal lanes open into broader avenues. Trams move past with a smooth, familiar hum. People cycle confidently, their coats fluttering slightly behind them. You pass cafes, bookshops, small hotels, and quiet corners where the city seems to fold into itself. As you walk, you imagine what it would feel like to spend more time here. Not just one day, maybe a week, maybe a month, maybe a season of your life where mornings begin with canal walks and evenings end under bridge lights. You imagine knowing your favorite bakery, knowing which street is quietest after rain, knowing the exact sound of your door closing behind you, knowing which bridge gives the prettiest reflection at sunset. You let the image exist without forcing it. Manifestation, tonight, is not begging. It is becoming familiar with the feeling. You are teaching your nervous system that beauty is safe, that travel is safe, that receiving is safe, that joy does not have to be taken away quickly. You arrive near Museum Plain. The space opens around you. The buildings here feel grand and steady. The Rijksmuseum rises with its red brick, arches, towers, and quiet power. The air feels spacious after the narrow canals. People move slowly across the open square. Some sit. Some take photos. Some simply walk, wrapped in coats and thought. You stand there for a moment, holding your flowers. The museum in front of you, the soft sky above, the city behind. You decide to go inside. The entrance feels calm, almost ceremonial. The outside sounds fade as you step into the museum's quiet interior. The air is cooler, stiller. Your footsteps become softer. Voices lower into whispers. You move through the halls slowly. You are not trying to see everything. You are not racing from one famous painting to another. You are letting the atmosphere enter you. The polished floors, the high ceilings, the soft museum light, the hush that forms when people stand in front of art. You stop before a painting. Maybe it is a landscape, a cloudy sky, a field, a quiet road, light touching water. You look at the brushstrokes. You notice how someone, long ago, stood somewhere and tried to capture a feeling, a certain light, a certain face, a certain afternoon. And now, years later, you are standing here, receiving it. Time folds softly. The past and present sit together in the room. You move to another painting, a table with fruit, a woman near a window, a ship on dark water, a golden interior, a face turned toward shadow. You do not need to understand every detail. You only need to let it slow you down. Art is not asking you to perform. It is asking you to notice. So you notice. The glow of gold, the softness of fabric, the darkness in the corner of a room, the way light rests on a hand, the stillness in a painted face. Your breathing slows. Your body feels calm. You walk from room to room, carrying the quiet with you. At one point, you sit on a bench in the museum. Your bouquet rests across your lap. The brown paper is slightly wrinkled now, softened by your hand. Around you, people pass in gentle waves. Shoes whisper on the floor. A child asks a question in a quiet voice. Someone turns a page in a guidebook. You sit and think. I am here. I am actually here. And even though this is imagined tonight, the feeling is real in your body. The peace is real. The longing is real. The opening is real. Your body does not know the difference between a door opening in memory, in imagination, or in future possibility. So you let the door open. You whisper inwardly, I am becoming someone who experiences the world. I am becoming someone who welcomes beauty without fear. I am becoming someone who trusts the unfolding of my life. I do not need to force every step. I can move gently and still arrive. After the museum, you step back outside. The air feels fresh on your face after the stillness indoors. The sky has brightened slightly. The clouds are pale now, moving slowly across the afternoon. You are hungry, not urgently, just gently. You find a nearby cafe for lunch. It is warm inside, with wooden tables, soft lighting, and the comfortable sound of people resting between parts of their day. You choose a table near the window again, because Amsterdam is too beautiful not to watch. You order something simple and nourishing. Maybe a bowl of soup, warm and fragrant. Maybe fresh bread with butter. Maybe a cheese sandwich with herbs. Maybe a Dutch pancake, soft and golden, with a little powdered sugar. Maybe tea with honey. When the food arrives, steam rises from the bowl. The smell is comforting. You pick up the spoon and taste slowly. Warmth spreads through you. The bread has a crisp edge and a soft center. Butter melts into it. The tea is gentle and sweet. The window beside you is cool, and outside, people move through the afternoon wrapped in coats, scarves, and their own small stories. You eat without hurry. Between bites, you look out at the street. A bicycle wheel sends a tiny spray of water from the pavement. A person pauses to adjust their bag. A couple walks close together under one umbrella. A tram slides past with a soft electric sound. You feel deeply content. Not because everything in life is perfect, but because this moment does not need perfection. It only needs presence. You breathe in. This is enough for now. You breathe out. I am enough for now. You finish lunch and stay for a few extra minutes, hands wrapped around your tea. The warmth moves through your fingers again. Your body is becoming deeply relaxed now. The morning's excitement has softened into afternoon calm. Eventually, you step back outside and begin walking toward Vondelpark. The park appears like a deep breath in the middle of the city. Trees stretch over the paths. The grass is damp and rich. Ponds reflect the sky. Benches wait quietly beneath branches. The air smells greener here. Leaves, rain, soil, and water. Your steps become softer on the park path. The city sounds fade slightly behind you. You hear birds instead, wind moving through branches, the distant laugh of someone passing by, a bicycle rolling over a path, water shifting gently near the edge of a pond. You walk slowly through the park. There is no need to do anything here. That is the beauty of it. You are not here to achieve. You are not here to capture. You are not here to explain your life to anyone. You are just walking beneath trees in Amsterdam. The path curves. You follow it. Leaves cling to the ground, darkened by rain. Some are gold, some brown, some deep green. Your shoes press softly over them. A dog runs ahead of its owner and then stops, tail moving happily. A cyclist passes with a child in a front seat, both bundled against the cool air. You find a bench near a pond. You sit. The flowers rest beside you again. The water in the pond is still, except for tiny rings spreading where drops fall from branches. Ducks move lazily across the surface. The trees reflect downward, their shapes wavering gently. You let your eyes soften. You do not need to focus sharply. Let the pond blur a little. Let the trees blur. Let the day blur around the edges. This is where the voice can become slower. softer, more spacious. You breathe in and feel the cool park air enter your lungs. You breathe out and release the pressure you have carried. You breathe in and imagine your future opening like a path through trees. You breathe out and let go of needing to see the entire path today. You sit quietly. The bench supports you. The earth supports the bench. The city supports the park. And somehow, life is supporting you too. Even when you cannot see every detail. Even when things take longer than you hoped. Even when you wonder whether the dream is still possible. The canal still moves. The trees still grow. The bridges still wait. The morning still returns. And you are still becoming. You close your eyes for a moment. Behind your eyelids, you can still see the colors of the day. Silver canal water, warm café light, brown brick houses, green park paths, soft tulip petals, golden museum halls. You let those colors drift through you like a slow dream. For a few minutes, there is nothing to do. Only breathe. Only receive. Only rest. When you open your eyes again, the afternoon has begun to change. The light is warmer now. The sky has softened. The city is moving toward evening, but gently, without hurry. You stand from the bench and continue through the park until the path leads you back toward the city streets. Your body feels pleasantly tired, not exhausted, just used in a good way. You have walked, watched, eaten, listened, rested. You have allowed the day to happen without gripping it too tightly. Now you begin making your way back toward the canals. The evening in Amsterdam feels different from the morning. In the morning, everything was pale and quiet. Now the city is becoming golden. Windows begin to glow. Street lamps flicker on. The water deepens from gray to blue to dark glass. The bridges look more romantic, more dreamlike, as lights appear along their edges. You walk beside the canal slowly. The bouquet is still in your hand. The brown paper is a little soft now. The tulips lean gently, relaxed after traveling with you all day. You pass restaurants beginning to fill for dinner. Their windows glow amber. Inside, candles flicker on tables. You hear the low hum of conversation, the clink of glasses, the soft scrape of chairs. The smell of evening food drifts into the street. Warm bread, butter, roasted vegetables, herbs, something sweet from a bakery nearby. Your stomach stirs gently, but you decide to wait a little longer. First, you want to see the city from the water. You walk to the canal boat dock. A small boat waits there, its windows reflecting the evening lights. The boat rocks gently against the edge. The water makes soft sounds against its side. You step aboard carefully. The deck shifts beneath your feet. You find a seat by the window. Inside the boat, the air is warm. The lighting is low. People speak softly, as though everyone understands that evening on the canal deserves gentleness. The boat begins to move. Slowly. Almost silently. The engine hums beneath you, low and steady. It is a comforting sound, like the purr of something carrying you safely through the city. The canal opens ahead. The boat glides forward. You watch the stone walls slide past. The water is close to the window, dark and shining. Lights from the bridges stretch across it in long, golden ribbons. The boat approaches the first bridge. The arch grows larger. For a moment, the world narrows to stone, water, and shadow. Then you pass underneath. The sound changes. The engine hum deepens. Water echoes softly. The bridge holds you in darkness for a breath. Then you emerge into evening light again. It feels like passing through a doorway between dreams. You relax deeper into your seat. The boat rocks gently. Your shoulders drop. Your hands rest loosely in your lap. Outside, Amsterdam moves past like a slow painting. Canal houses rise along the water, tall and narrow, their windows glowing. Some windows reveal bookshelves. Some show plants. Some show hanging lamps, dining tables, curtains, and quiet rooms where lives are unfolding. You imagine living in one of those rooms, lighting a lamp in the evening, making tea, watching boats pass below, hearing rain against the glass, knowing the canal by moonlight. You do not force the image, you simply allow it. Another bridge approaches. This one has small lights along its curve. Their reflections shimmer in the water, breaking and reforming as the boat passes. The lights look like strings of tiny stars that have fallen into the canal. You breathe in. I can be carried. You breathe out. I do not have to force everything. You breathe in. I trust the gentle unfolding. You breathe out. I am safe to receive. The boat turns. The movement is slow and smooth. Your body follows it naturally. You feel held by the seat, by the boat, by the water beneath the boat. There is something deeply soothing about not having to walk for a while. The city comes to you now. The bridges come to you. The houses come to you. The reflections come to you. The evening comes to you. You simply sit and receive. This is the feeling to fall asleep inside. Not chasing, receiving. Not begging, allowing. Not trying to make the whole dream happen tonight. Just becoming familiar with the feeling of being there. You pass more houseboats resting along the canal. Some have small gardens on their decks. Some have warm windows. One has tiny lights strung near the roof, glowing softly in the evening air. The water carries everything gently. A few leaves, a trail of light, the reflection of a cyclist crossing above, the shadow of the bridge after you pass under it. You lean your head slightly against the window. The glass is cool. The boat is warm. The contrast feels comforting. Outside, the city is alive but calm. Inside, you are becoming sleepier. The canal cruise continues, bridge after bridge, light after light, reflection after reflection. You let the repetition quiet your mind. Bridge, water, light, breath. Bridge, water, light, breath. Your thoughts begin to slow. There is less to manage now, only the rhythm of floating. only the golden glow of Amsterdam at night. Only the soft knowledge that your dream life does not have to arrive all at once to be real. It can arrive in pieces: a morning coffee, a quiet walk, a museum room, a park bench, a canal boat, a warm dinner, a bed near the water. Piece by piece, your life can become more beautiful. The boat returns to the dock as evening deepens. You step back onto land, moving carefully. The ground feels steady beneath you after the gentle rocking of the water. For a moment, you stand near the canal and watch the boat move away. Its lights ripple behind it. Then you turn toward dinner. The streets are glowing now. Amsterdam at night feels like a secret held in warm light. The canals are dark and smooth. The bridges are golden. The houses stand close together, their windows shining like quiet invitations. You find a small restaurant near the water. Nothing too fancy, just warm and welcoming. Inside, a candle flickers on each table. The walls are simple. The room hums with low conversation. A server smiles and leads you to a small table by the window. You place your flowers beside you. They look lovely there, resting in their paper. You sit down slowly. Your body is tired in the perfect travel way. Your legs remember the bridges. Your feet remember the museum floors and park paths. Your eyes remember the water. You order dinner. Something warm, something grounding. Maybe a rich vegetable stew. Maybe roasted potatoes. Maybe fresh bread and cheese. Maybe fish with herbs. Maybe a comforting pasta or soup. Something that feels like being cared for. While you wait, you look outside. A bicycle passes through the glow of a street lamp. A couple walks slowly along the canal. A boat moves by in the distance, its windows lit. Rain begins again, barely visible except where it catches the light. The food arrives. Steam rises from the plate. The scent is rich and comforting. You take the first bite slowly. Warmth, softness, flavor. A little salt, a little sweetness, something crisp at the edge, something tender in the center. You eat like someone who has nowhere else to be, because tonight you do not. There is only this table, this window, this meal, this city, this quiet receiving. You taste, you breathe, you rest. Between bites, you let your mind wander back through the day. The cool floor in the morning room, the first view of the canal, coffee steam in the cafe, rain on the window, tulip petals beneath your fingers, the museum's quiet halls, lunch by the glass, the green hush of Vondelpark, the canal boat slipping under bridges, golden evening light. It all belongs to you now. Even if only in imagination tonight, it has lived inside your body. And what lives inside the body can become a direction, a compass, a quiet yes. After dinner, you order something warm to drink. Tea maybe, or hot chocolate, or one final coffee if you want the taste of Amsterdam to linger. You hold the cup with both hands and watch the steam rise. The restaurant feels safe. The rain outside becomes a little steadier, tapping softly against the window. Not stormy, just gentle. A sleep rain, a dream rain, a rain that makes the city shine. You finish slowly. When you step back outside, the rain has softened again. The air smells clean, like wet stone and canal water. The night is cool against your face. You begin one final walk. The city is quieter now. Some restaurants are still glowing. Some windows are dark. Bicycles rest along railings like they are sleeping too. The bridges shine softly, their lights reflecting in the black water. You walk to the top of a small bridge and stop. This is the place where the day gathers. You look down at the canal. The water moves gently. It carries the lights in broken golden lines. A boat passes far away, almost silent. The wake reaches you slowly, touching the stone edges with a quiet lap. You rest your hand on the railing. Cold metal, night air, soft rain, Amsterdam all around you. You close your eyes for a moment, and you speak to yourself gently. This is possible for me. Not because I must force it, not because I must suffer enough to deserve it, not because I must know every step today. It is possible because life can open, because paths can appear, because I can grow into the version of myself who says yes to beauty, because I am allowed to want more than survival, because I am allowed to imagine a peaceful, expansive life. You open your eyes. The canal is still there. The lights are still there. The dream is still there. And you are still here. You continue walking back to your room. Your steps are slower now. Sleep is beginning to gather at the edges of your body. Your feet feel heavy. Your shoulders are soft. Your breathing is steady. The street to your room is quiet. You pass the same bicycles from the morning, now shining faintly with rain. You pass the same canal, darker now, more mysterious. You pass the same bridge, glowing under soft lamps. The day has made a circle, morning to night, dream to body, wanting to receiving. You reach the door. The key turns softly in the lock. Inside, the hallway is warm and dim. You climb the narrow stairs carefully, hand on the railing. Each step brings you closer to rest. At the room, you open the door. The space welcomes you back. The bed is waiting. The curtains are still soft. The wooden floor is quiet beneath your feet. The window holds the dark shape of the canal outside. You place your flowers in a glass of water. The tulips lean gently, their petals relaxed in the lamplight. They look like a small piece of the day that chose to come back with you. You remove your shoes. Your feet feel grateful. You take off your scarf, your sweater, the layers of the outside world. You wash your face with warm water. The water runs over your hands. The towel is soft against your skin. The mirror reflects a calmer version of you, a version that has spent the day receiving, a version that did not rush, a version that walked with wonder. You turn off the brighter lights and leave only one soft lamp glowing. The room becomes golden and quiet. Outside, the rain continues lightly. You open the window just a little before bed. Cool air enters the room. You can hear the canal below, water touching stone, a distant bicycle passing, a low voice far away, rain tapping gently, the soft hush of Amsterdam at night. You climb into bed. The sheets are cool at first, then slowly warm around you. The mattress supports your back. The pillow welcomes your head. Your body sinks down, down, down. You pull the blanket up. Your hands rest on top of it. Your eyes begin to close. The day floats through you one last time. Morning light on canal houses, coffee warmth in your hands, a bridge railing beneath your palm, tulips wrapped in brown paper, museum silence, soup and bread, park water, golden bridge lights, dinner by the window, rain at night. You do not need to remember it perfectly. Let it blur. Let it soften. Let the images become dreamy. The canal becomes a ribbon of dark silk. The bridges become arches of warm light. The bicycles become quiet shadows. The flowers become color in the corner of sleep. Your breath becomes the movement of water. Inhale, the canal rises. Exhale, the canal settles. Inhale, soft light. Exhale, deep rest. Inhale, I am safe. Exhale, I am receiving. Inhale, my dreams know the way. Exhale, I can sleep now. You feel your body becoming heavier. Your feet are heavy. Your legs are heavy. Your hips are heavy. Your stomach softens. Your chest softens. Your shoulders release. Your arms grow heavy. Your hands loosen. Your neck relaxes. Your jaw unclenches. Your eyes rest. Your forehead smooths. The whole body is sinking into comfort. Outside, Amsterdam continues its quiet night. The canal water moves gently. The rain taps softly. The bridge lights glow. And somewhere in the future, this city is still waiting for you. Not impatiently, not far away, just waiting gently. The way beautiful things wait when they know you are on your way. You do not need to solve the future tonight. You do not need to know when the ticket is booked. You do not need to know which room you will stay in. You do not need to know which café will become your first morning memory. You only need to rest in the feeling of arrival, the feeling of being allowed, the feeling of a life that has room for beauty. Let the water carry the worry. Let the rain soften the wanting. Let the bridges hold the dream. Let the night make everything gentle. You are safe. You are warm. You are held. You are becoming. And tonight, Amsterdam carries you into sleep. The canal lights grow softer now. The windows blur. The rain becomes quieter. The room becomes darker. Your thoughts become slower. There is only breath, only water, only the soft, golden memory of a city that welcomed you. You are there. You are resting. You are receiving. And as you drift deeper, you know, beautiful things are not beyond you. They are already moving toward you in quiet ways, step by step, bridge by bridge, breath by breath. You are becoming the person who arrives, the person who receives, the person who lets life become wider, softer, and more beautiful. Sleep now. Let Amsterdam fade into dreams. Let the canal carry you. Let the rain sing softly. Let the bridges glow behind your closed eyes. You are safe. You are here. You are already on your way.